Hello everyone, Nanik here once again, and now I'm bringing you the starting build that I have done for Legion. Alright, so first of all, in video, my video from before, I said that I was gonna try dual strike Berserker, right? But the problem is, I actually did start it with that, but the thing is, the clear speed and everything is pretty good, it's pretty sick, it's pretty, like, everything goes really smoothly, but the bosses and stuff, just, I don't have the damage because the gem has like this thing where you crit only when they are full life, and well, when you're killing bosses, you're not gonna actually one shot them all the time, so it's kinda awkward there. You can still go with it, but I didn't like it that much, so at the end, I decided to change, and I went, sorry, for Blade Fury. Blade Fury, as you all may know, it's a channeling skill that has a lot of area, and you need a lot of attack speed to make it work pretty good, right? So I'm gonna show you right now how it's working with a map. It's pretty insane the amount of area that I got, because I got my carcass, right, and I have even increased area here and pulverized, so the area is just insane. I'm sorry for the FPS though, one sec. Alright, as you can see, I'm pretty much off screening, like, I'm pretty much off screening, and it's like, it's pretty sick to play with it, you know? You see, pretty much off screen, you're killing all the monsters. It's actually insane. And the damage is not even bad. And Berserker is really good for this because of the rage and the attack speed that you get on the ascendancies, right? Because if you see here, you have the rage here and the rage here, and this one even gives you the triple effect of rage, and then with the rage support you just have so much damage and attack speed. Is actually quite insane. Alright, so as you saw, like, the build is basically that: a lot of attack speed, a lot of area in this case, and a lot of damage with rage and a Berserker, the ascendancy, and with this crit node right here. So basically that, right? And then the 3, it's pretty simple actually. You just get pretty much all the life that you get, and you get the crit nodes all around the tree. There are a lot. I actually got this impale node here because it's on my way, and it's pretty good, I'll say. And then I got this area node here, the crit here, the crit for the swords, more life, crit, life. I went up to here for the crit, then the life here, and all this pretty big life node here, because as you saw, I'm using a carcass and the life is not that great, so you need a lot of life on the tree and a lot of life on your other gear. Right now my gear is not that great. I managed to get the 6-link right here just by pure luck actually, because I had like 50 or some fusings, and I just managed to get it in there, and that, right? So my gear basically is that, right? A foil, a sword, or 200 swords, right? With a lot of fists, a lot of attack speed. This one has a lot of lightning damage too, and this one is just basically fist, attack speed, flat fist, and a flat elemental damage. Then my helmet is something special, just as life and resist. Then this ring has like damage, resist, life, damage, crit chance, resist, life. And this is pretty important actually for the leech. If you're not going to go with this node here, you actually need a lot of leech, so the Warlord's Mark on hit is pretty good and pretty necessary. if you're not going for this. If you go for this, then this is actually not necessary. You can just go with a normal ring. You can pretty much just go, for example, for a shaper ring here and then an elder mark here or something like that. It's a lot of stuff, right? And then for my gloves, just attack, speed, life, fist attacks, resist, the leather belt with a lot of life and resist, and the same for my boots. It's like nothing really special until this point. There's a lot that can be upgraded. For example, you can get a helmet with more life, like crafted with pristine and jaggeds, and get a lot more life, and get the nearby enemies take more fist damage, which is gonna just give me a lot of damage. Here I can get the spike gloves, the ones that have the melee damage implicit. It's a lot of stuff, right? And then for the flasks, just normal, right? One that has bleeding immunity, flesh immunity, and curse immunity. You really only need the diamond flask and maybe a silver one, and then here, this one you can just go for, I don't know. I went with the fizz reduction because I was dying a lot, but you can just go here with, I don't know, maybe even the lion's roar, the one that gives you more melee damage and knockback. You can go with that too if you want more damage. And then, well, for the links, well, my Blade Fury is linked with Impale support, then increased crits, increased area, pulverize, and rage. If you need more damage, you can actually go here, conk effect, because the array is already just insane with the carcass jack, even without it, because the carcass is just a luxury pretty much. Because I managed to get it, I am using it, but just with the pulverize, it's already a lot of area, so you don't actually need a carcass, you don't actually need increased area, but it's just, I don't know, it's just more fun to play that way, I guess, because you're just killing enemies off screen, it's just pretty much because of that. And then I have my leaf slam with fortify and faster attacks. Then I have a double strike here with melee fist to lightning, and chest of bleed. This about double strike, sorry. This is just because sometimes I want to just to kill the bosses instantly, so I just press this. I charge up to 6 stages this thing, and then the boss just instantly dies, And then here I just have a gas when damage taken, immortal call, and stone golem for the degen because I'm using blood rage. And when you get this ascendancy point here, you lose 0.1% of the maximum life per second per rage while you're not losing it. So you can get max up to 50 rage, right? So it's like 0.5 or something like that, if my math is correct, right? I don't know how they multiply and stuff, but it's a lot of life lost per second. And on top of that, you have blood rage. So at the end, you end up losing a lot of life per second while you are not using Berserker, right? So yeah, that's why there's stone golem. And then I run precision, and because I can get a lot of crit, right? And hatred now. I was using before pride, but the thing is, I'm never actually that close to enemies, so they do not get, the debuff that this gives them, right? Because you see here, it says they take 19% more physical damage, raised up to 39% as they stay in the aura for 4 seconds. And the aura, area is pretty small, and so it's I'm never using it pretty much. Maybe for bosses and stuff, but at the end, hatred I think is just better in this case. Then war banner, I'm just using it when I feel like my hit chance is not high enough, because right now As you can see, it's like 100%, 100%, 100%, but only this main hand chance to hit evasive monsters is like 97%, so it's not even that bad. And you see that I cannot even charge to 6 without spending all my mana if I have the banner. You see, I get to 4 and I cannot cast anymore. Of course, in the middle of the pack, you're gonna leech mana, you're gonna be able to, but it's not good. So that's why I'm not actually just using that one that much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And for when you get to the boss fights, it's pretty straightforward, because you're gonna have 50 rage if you have cleared the whole map, right? You're gonna have the 50 rage, you're gonna have your bottle double strike, so you're just gonna get in front of him, you're gonna press your bottle double strike twice, press your berserk, charge up to 6, let go, and it should be pretty much dead. And at least until like tier 9s, tier 8s maps. Maybe then I will start to get more upgrades and do more damage, right? Because right now the DPS releasing at 6 stages is almost 700, and while it's like 500. That's with conk effect, I believe. So yeah, pretty much a lot already for the amount of gear that I have. So it's pretty strong. It's pretty like budget even. Like the carcass is not actually needed, and you don't need that much in the swords either, I believe. You surely just need a lot of attack speed and I don't know, maybe like 200 DPS swords are pretty much just insane already. So it's gonna be pretty strong, I'll say. And yeah, for bandits, I took Alira because I'm crit and gives me crit multiplier. This jewel here only has attack speed and crit chance. I didn't manage to get one better yet. If I'm gonna get one better, it's gonna be like double multi attack speeds something, right? That should be the idea, like double multiplier, crit multiplier, sorry, and an attack speed. That's the ideal situation here. And yeah, pretty much that's it. It's pretty strong build, I'll say. And I didn't even get to have all my gear yet, and I'm already pretty strong, I'll say. For the last ascendancy point, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this aspect of Carnage because it's just a lot of damage. I'm not sure about Blitz. I could try it. The thing is that it's gonna give me a lot reduced critical strike chance, right? Because I'm pretty much always gonna be at full Blitz if I have a lot of crit. So it's gonna like be a exchange there, But the attack speed's gonna definitely be insane, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it out both, and I'm gonna see what I think about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and thanks, guy, for... oh shit, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.